Yes, we are moving. We are moving. We are moving. By the grace of Jehovah, we are moving. Welcome to another video, another vlog with me, where I'm going again on my South Africa series, whereby I talk about my stories that happened to me in South Africa, either good or bad. Even some other things that I think of you about South Africa. So welcome back to another video vlog. So like I said in my previous videos, I stayed or I lived in South Africa for 15 years, maximum total of 15 years. So a lot of things happened to me in that country, Republic of South Africa. So now I want to talk about something that happened last year when I was coming back from my university, coming back to my country, Republic of Zimbabwe, when I passed through Johannesburg, uh, knowing that I don't have a passport, knowing that I don't have a visa, or my passport is expired, I overstayed in South Africa, and then my visa is expired. So I had that knowledge and that good understanding, perfect knowledge and perfect understanding that my passport is expired and uh, I overstayed in the country and my visa is also expired, or my study permit because of the sake of my investment. So my study permit also expired, and I have to pass through Johannesburg with all the police and everything, all the drama that I normally hear about Johannesburg police. I'm like, yo. So I was praying to God, believing for a miracle, everything, believing for a miracle and praying to God how I'm gonna navigate and pass through Johannesburg. Right. So I took the bus from my university, East London. Then I landed in Johannesburg the next morning around 10 a.m., 11 a.m. Then someone was able to pick me up from Park Station, this famous and popular station. Everybody who passed through South Africa, they know this station, Park Station. So somebody was able to pick me up. Somebody from my church was able to pick me up. Then he's gonna take me to his house for some time, so that I catch up with that person and his family and his children and everybody at his home. So I landed now at Park Station. I got my bags. There were about four, 3 or 4 bags, and now I'm on that bus. And the bus, the name is Intercape. It's a popular bus in South Africa. Intercape. So now I'm standing by the bus with my bags, and I'm waiting for this person to come and take me to his home. And now the problem now, this person is delaying. He said that no, I'm coming, I'm driving, I'm coming, I'm driving. I'm using GPS to come to where you are. And he's busy phoning me and asking me, where are you? Where are you? And I'm saying, no, I'm in the park station now. I finally landed physically. I'm here. I'm standing, waiting for you with my bags. And now I'm scared of this police. So now, uh, the place where the buses were, these various bus companies where they were parking the buses, I could see a lot of police in their uniforms moving, patrolling. And I began to fear for my life. I was so scared. I'm like, yo, if they come straight to me, what am I going to say? Because I knew that I'm in a dangerous state, dangerous environment, very volatile or dangerous environment, right? So I think after some few minutes or few seconds, then I saw some two police walking like coming to my direction. I began to fear for my life. I saw my heart moving. I saw my heart moving. It was pounding up and down, up and down, up and down. When I saw these two police coming towards my direction, one woman and one man, I'm like, yo. Then I took my bags. Then I rushed to the other side of the bus, like trying to hide from them. Very fast, took my bags. Then I went to the other direction. Then I hid there. Then on that side, when I was staying on that side, I couldn't see any police, but they were so far, like on the park station building. They were right on the building, on the entrance of that building. So, and where I was standing and where they were, it was a big distance. So I was a little bit safe, except for these two police walking, who were walking towards me. So I stood on that spot for some time. Then I saw another one coming by this other side. Then I took my bags very fast. Then I went to my original spot, original position where I was standing, as I was waiting for this person to come and pick me. Then I stood there for some minutes, but my heart was not stable. My heart, my life, my everything in that moment, in that state, yo, I was not stable. I was not stable at all, at all, at all, at all. So after some time, uh, somebody reached to me and said, "No, you're supposed to go through those entrance because here it's only for people who are waiting to board their buses to their cities or to their towns. So we don't allow people to wait here, like what you're doing. So please take your bags. Then you go through that entrance gate straight into Park Station. Then you're gonna do whatever you have to do there." And now I don't remember who spoke these words to me. Was he or she a policeman or maybe just a driver? I think should be a driver. I think should be a driver or maybe call, yeah, driver. I think should be a driver. Who said no? Take your bags. Don't stand here. Take your bags. Go straight. Do you see that gate? Yes, I see it. Yes. Enter through that gate. Then you go inside the park station. Then you're gonna find a lot of people inside there. Then what? A lot of things. So I listened to his words. I took my bags. Then I gathered courage. I gathered the bravery and courage. Then I went through that gate. Uh, and the police who were around that gate, they never did anything to me. I just pretended like everything's fine, everything's normal with me. And I walked with confidence, like as a confident guy, as a confident person. Then I walked through that gate. I went inside the park station. Then I began to phone this person who was supposed to pick me up. Then after some few minutes, then I finally uh, catch up with this person. Then we went up on another floor, went to this other side, straight to his car, then went home. So that's how it happened. How I to navigate Johannesburg police at that park station because of my passport condition, because of my visa condition, and because of my overstaying condition. This is how I to run away, hide. This is how I to navigate my way out of out of sight from the police of Johannesburg. It was another experience. It was another experience. It was another experience. Of course, I learned some lessons that my passport has to be very good. Next time, my passport, my visa, my all documents, traveling documents in a foreign country, they must be good. They must be fine. They must be perfect. They must be in good condition, as expected, as anticipated. This is what I learned. My South Africa experience, This is what I learned. Next time, whatever country I'm going by the grace of Jehovah, whatever country I'm going to, next time my documents must be fine. Passport, visa, whatever permit, whatever anything, residence, what, they must be in good condition, as expected, as anticipated. So this is my story. How I had to run away from Johannesburg Metropolitan Police at Park Station in Johannesburg. Thank you for listening. I'm signing out now. Sharp.